Hello, everyone. Welcome to the bronze stream tonight, and this is round 8 of the World Championship of Season 5. And unfortunately, I'm going to start off with some very negative news as I have at my second pack of gold chocolate coins, and now I feel a bit bloated, which are very good. But never mind. That's my fault. Then my eyes are bigger than my belly, so never mind. And depressingly, I think that's the last time I'm going to have them this year before having Christmas chocolate coins because they only come at Christmas, don't they? However, on a positive note, Easter's only a couple of months away, so I can get my chocolate fix that way. Bonjour to you, TK, as we are now then getting ready for the start of the bronze stream then, and the bronze race around Baku. We've had two very fantastic races so far, but before we get into anything else, let's go through the drivers and the constructors. This is the joint constructors after gold. Silver's championship has not been updated just yet because I think there's one more inquiry which is just being reviewed. So as soon as that is finished, then as soon as that's finished, then the silver standards will also be released as well. But in terms of the joint constructors, this is the joint constructors before silver last night. Then the points haven't been added on to silver just yet. It is AlphaTauri who leads the way still by 236 points. That is a redonkulous amount of points there in front of Aston Martin in second. Alpine are now 43 points beyond the Aston Martin. Haas in turn are also 43 points beyond the Alpine team as well. Mercedes are also 58 points beyond the Haas team, who are currently in a very happy fourth position. Much better than last season for Haas. Good stuff. McLaren have lost out to Mercedes because they have lost 4 points, haven't they, over the course of the gold race, and so they are still six, but they have now they have lost 4 points. Then Ferrari 14 points away from the McLaren team. Red Bull are 16 points away from the Ferrari team. Alfa Romeo and Williams are being cut adrift, unfortunately, at the bottom of the joint constructors, unfortunately. But good stuff indeed. Of course, Percy, the championship leader for gold at the moment, you see him very pretty after his impeccable performance last time out on Sunday night. So an incredible performance indeed. He's now 31 points in front of Troy in the championship. Troy had a difficult race. It wasn't the most difficult race of the season, remember. That was Imola, but Troy has lost out as in terms of the point swing, which means he is now 31 points away from Percy. Boxtat is only 3 points away from Troy now as well. The landscape of gold has been completely changed after Sunday's shenanigans, to say the least, wasn't it? And of course, last night as well, we had a lot of rain, didn't we, in the silver race as well? But Fangio, my goodness me, what an absolute machine, to say the least, isn't he? Because he was in phenomenal form. 7 pole positions in eight qualifying sessions Fangio has had so far. I might just give him the pole position trophy. Of course, that's not how it works. This is live sport, and of course he's got a long way to go still. But Fangio, what an impressive performance, even after safety cars. Like Lucas Percy, actually, both those drivers controlled the race fantastically well. Of course, Percy didn't have the added issues of the wet, did he? But even so, both drivers to navigate their way through the safety car periods that both silver and gold had, it is ridiculous, isn't it? To still have a quite nice lead. Really impressive stuff indeed. Let's go to the bronze championship now, shall we? And it is Dynamo Dan leads the way after that Monaco Grand Prix win. Then, of course, says William threw that away. Did he throw that away? I think he did, to be honest. And I don't want to be harsh on the young man, but I feel that he did throw the Monaco Grand Prix win away because he was pretty emphatic, wasn't he? But that is a big shame indeed. And Dynamo Dan capitalised on it. You can't take nothing away from the championship leader, can you? Because he did a superb job to stay within that limit, didn't he? So yes, I would say that Dynamo Dan leads the way. Well, he does lead the way with William in second. Bob is in third position now, but you mad bro is now 1 point away from that final promotion spot. Remember, the top 3 of silver and bronze gets promoted up the order, don't they? Of course, silver goes into gold and bronze goes into silver, and of course the 3 relegated drivers also get dropped down the order as well if you get the cut of my jib. You mad bro is 1 point away from that. Jinner, of course, unfortunately retired last week, but he was injured, wasn't he? So hopefully Jinner, I can't see, he is, there he is, he's 14th. Jenner is 5th at the moment, but of course that retirement is costing. Marsky's got some issues going on there, hasn't he? New Potato, great to see him back on the podium for the first time since Bahrain. He is in 6th position moment. Echo in 7th, and Sirius Mushroom in 8th. Marsky in 9th, and Sickest Mud completes the top 10 at the moment in time. Constructors, and the only constructors is not led by an AlphaTauri, and that is Alpine, who's 40 points in front of Ferrari, who is 2nd. AlphaTauri are in 3rd. 4th position is the Alfa Romeo. 5th is the Mercedes, 12 points away from Alfa Romeo. Then it is very tight then. 1 point behind the Mercedes is the Red Bull team. 5 points behind the Red Bull team is the Haas team. Good gosh, where he got 5th, 6th and 7th could be all jumbled around by the end of this one. Williams are in 8th position, 33 points adrift of the Haas team, with Aston Martin and McLaren unfortunately being cut from the rest of the championship at this moment in time then. And of course this is qualified. We don't have any qualifying parts or anything like that around here. It is single. I wish we could have single shot qualified. No, that'd be good, wouldn't it? But of course, but when I say that, of course, I don't mean the what Formula One has or what the game has. So I reckon they should go one at a time, so we can talk about each driver. But of course, that wouldn't probably be very interesting for you guys, will it? However, I would love it, to be honest, because I reckon we should always have a segue for each driver personally. But then again, that's because I've dropped on my head a few times when I was younger. Lucas Percy, stop making me blush. Oh goodness gracious me, I do like to make Lucas Percy blush. However, I don't say anything without rhyme or reason, and Percy was pretty impressive, wasn't he, on Sunday, as was Fangio last night as well. Really good stuff indeed. Only 17 drivers are in the lobby at the moment. Good to see Theo, his first race start in ALR this season. Of course, the former bronze champion, I think Theo was he the 4th, he's the defending champion, isn't he, of bronze? Wasn't he the season 4 champion, if I remember rightly? I've forgotten, to be honest, with shameful behaviour. Oh my gosh! Dynamo Dan has had a collision with Theo, and it's all gone completely wrong then. We was talking about Theo just a minute ago, and Dynamo Dan and Theo have come to blows coming out of the pit lane, and Dynamo Dan has got a 5-place grid penalty to really not have a good start at all. But what has happened to Theo? And Theo is now stuck. He's stuck on the curb, isn't he? So, of course, he's a ground effect cars now. He's going to get disqualified, Theo, is if he don't move. And that is a terrible start for Theo. Terrible start for Dynamo Dan as well. And oh dear. And that is not good at all, is it? So Theo has had a pretty disastrous start, as has Dynamo Dan as well. Just watching TK then. Of course, he was very unlucky not to win Miami earlier on this season, but he goes fast at the moment on a 40.857. Good stuff indeed there from the TK, who was who's graced us with our presence in the stream. In the stream as well. Good stuff indeed there. Of course, last night's stream was very good indeed, wasn't it? I enjoyed last night's stream. I was actually watching it on me because last night I decided to have a Sunday roast on the Monday because I'm a bad man, and of course I don't apply to the rules. But of course I was actually watching it on my sister's big old TV. Then I think it's about I don't. Oh, it's Ginner's in the wall there. Goodness gracious me! It's a bit of an action-packed start here. I don't know how big her TV is, but it is quite big. You might grow has gone third fastest as well, but yeah, it was quite cool to hear Alex coming through our surround sound. Very nice indeed. There. I don't even know if we've even got surround sound, to be honest. I have no idea about all that kind of technical gizmo. But yeah, it's indeed. Then of course I have to keep my professionalism in ALR. Otherwise, I would have asked for a shout out there for my sister Rebecca, but never mind. Anyway, just watching New Potato as well, but we was enjoying our tea. New Potato is just Marsky's back in the session as well. Theo's been disqualified with star 16th then on this, and my wheel died. Dynamo Dan is saying, and so yes, Dynamo Dan has got a 5-place penalty, and unfortunately he has caused Theo to maybe be disqualified from the session there. So Dynamo Dan is probably going to feel the wrath of the stewards potentially because his wheel died there, but which will be a bit disappointing there for the championship leader. New Potato, great to see him on the podium last time out. He has a default helmet, shockingly, but of course we're going to mark him down for that. Ultimate Beast is also making, I think that is this his debut in bronze. Right, hang on, let me get the old monocle out then. It's those horns on his helmet. That is sensational, isn't it? Goodness gracious me. I do love a unique helmet, so that is pretty impressive to say the least. Swan Shanks there is going a 2-minute lap, then he's going to find something a bit more competitive than that, I would say. But Dynamo Dan having a wheel issue there. Theo's out of qualifying already, and that's not good there. As I mentioned, this is Theo's first race for the you mad bro is in the wall, and goodness me, then this is an absolute it's anarchy so far at the start of this qualifying session, isn't it? Because I gotta say, I haven't even started me random mono. It's rain! There's rain on the foot as well then. Of course, we had a lot of rain last night in the race, and now we've got a bit of spotted of rain going in qualifying here. Well, this is going to very much completely, this is going to fall short in qualifying. It's already short already because we only have short qualifying. Oh my goodness gracious me. But there is a rain already in this one. We've only done 7 minutes in this session. There's Swanshanks does, improves by 14 seconds there, but it's not enough to get him up the order. And there's going to be drivers that's going to be on the back foot now. Goodness, good heavens there. Oh my word. And Swanshanks down in 8th position now. Of course, he is now a full-time driver in the Alfa Romeo. However, he needs to get on the board. Here comes Dynamo Dan. Wherever he qualifies, he will have to take a 5-place grid penalty for technical issues there. His wheel shut off. His wheel then had issues there, and because of that, disconnected then, and Theo went into him, I think, or vice versa, whatever the case may be. But Theo at the back of the grid, no fault of his own. Dynamo Dan then, who's got a 5-place grid penalty at the very least then. And he is going to be a bit disgruntled by this one. The championship leader has had an appalling start to this event here tonight, and it just shows how finely balanced his championship is, isn't it? Dynamo Dan coming across the line as well in the Ferrari, and he's going to go for another time lap then. Once Dynamo Dan goes for another time lap, Irvine, even short, good luck to the Haas team tonight. Irvine very much in the wars last night, but I think he's got a point, didn't he, or something like that? Of course, the Haas team, of course, got the win as well. Fangio was absolutely the measuring stick last night. We really was indeed. Lucas Percy, TK's time on the mediums is looking pretty good. It is indeed, isn't it? And now TK has gone for the soft tire. Thank you very much, Percy, for thank you very much, Percy, for paying attention, because I certainly haven't, have I? You're shocking behaviour, really, isn't it? Cheers, Mushroom. I hate this place, everyone, but we'll give it a go. And I think that, is that a angry emoji from Theo, or is that a sad whale? I think that might be a sad whale. And we've also got George also in the comments as well. Yo, good evening to you, George. Watching Dynamo Dan going into turn 6, I believe it is, before the castle section. We had a lot of attempted overtakes in the castle section, didn't we, on Sunday? Sorry, I got indigestion from the chocolate I've just had. We had a lot of attempted overtakes into the castle section, didn't we? And I must admit, I was quite surprised, to be fair. I do feel that a couple of drivers should possibly have backed out. I must say that I struggled to get through the castle section on my own, let alone going side by side. But a lot of the drivers was very intense, wasn't they, on trying to get through, and it did cause some very unusual, well, not unusual, some incidents there, which we haven't seen too many actually in the course of the history in ALR. Ultimate Beast has had an issue there. Well, this rain is still light at the moment, isn't it? But let's see how it does in terms of times on the board. Coming up to the line as well for Dynamo Dan, who's got a 5-place grid penalty. He's only 8th fastest, so it is causing issues, isn't it, on the circuit. Marsky as well, who's been in and out, shaking about there, hasn't he? He really can't decide if he was coming or going earlier on in this session, and now he blasts up to the line as well. Then DRS then is going to be there. It is. Then he's got it. Then he has a beep in his ear. Doesn't need to tell him when the DRS is. Then I'm sure he knows where it is exactly. Anyway, Marsky goes 8th fastest, and these times are not very competitive, are they? And I wonder if TK is he's lost the whole of the wing on the Haas car, hasn't he? So I was wondering if he was going to be kicking himself. Well, he certainly is now, because he went on the medium tyres to start his session off, and now all of a sudden it's he's wingless here, and he might have cost himself pole position around the streets of Baku, which would be very disappointing indeed there for TK, unfortunately. At the moment, New Potatoes on pole position. That'll be his 4th pole position of the season for the Red Bull driver. New Potato, in terms of one-lap pace there, you can never discount out New Potato's one-lap pace. He's been pretty sensational. Bob has found the 2/10 of a second up in the is that the first split time? It is indeed. Oh, he's clouted the outside barrier, and I think he might have lost an end plate there. No, he hasn't. They do build him quite strong over in Brackley. He's 8/10 of a second down in the second split. I think that's where it's the wettest, isn't it? Marsky's invalidated his time. Dynamo Dan is also out of battery as well here. I think this might be a damp squib to end the qualifying session here. Unfortunately for couple of drivers there. Ultimate Beast there with. I think does he have those? Does he have those horns? Do you reckon? Because he's a beast. I reckon that's fantastic, isn't it? I love it. That's my youth. I'm sorry. I apologise profusely. That kind of humour should not be, that kind of humour should not see the light of day on a Tuesday night, or a Monday night, or a Sunday night. Really, as of course it's a school night, isn't it, for most of us? And that kind of humour should probably be left in the pub banter, really, shouldn't it? But Beast, anyway, nonetheless, he is well, he's on a lap at the moment now, 0.6 of a second down in this first split. I don't think we're going to get any more competitive times. Remember last night it was a full wet race last night. All drivers was on the intermediate tires. We didn't see a dry tire at all, did we? Last night we didn't see it wet, I don't think. But we didn't see a dry tire at all last night. So I'm hoping we get a dry race. Personally, as much as it was great to see the wet race last night, I do prefer a dry race. The ice has been the same, and I think that is it then for qualifying. Now 6 minutes then for you to enjoy my well, what we're going to talk about. I don't know. Enjoy my absolute nonsense, probably. Senna, Waza, Sean, Waza. Of course, that beautiful old Budweiser. I used to love that with the frogs, wasn't it? Fantastic. Just watching Ultimate Beast then is I don't think anyone's going to improve really, but having said that, Billet, also known as Deza, of course, will try and get himself up the order. He can get himself up into 11th position here, couldn't he? As Ultimate Beast are flying into the pits, and of course, as they put a chicane in there, so you don't go in so quickly. But you got to explain that to Beast. And I'm going to be interested to see how Beast does tonight, because he's done such a good job, hasn't he? In silver, he's done a really good job in silver, to be honest. I think the Beast is surely going to be, depending on, of course, the silver admins input, of course, that's nosy. But I think I am looking forward to seeing Ultimate Beast maybe get a full-time driver. But having said that, then he was not shy on his teammate last night, B Rabbit, was he? Goodness gracious me. Of course, he wanted to get up into 8th position, didn't he? Ultimate Beast did. But nonetheless, very, very, not very shy at all, was he? Of course, there's some good news actually I read today on the old Formula One articles. One thing that, as we all know, I do get very upset very easily about Formula One, especially with the FIA. However, this time it's not the FIA I'm upset with. It's of course those team bosses being very, very bullets in the wall there, and this ain't even his quick lap, is it? Here, as the got damage on the end plate. I must say these end plates on these Formula One cars are absolutely very sturdy, isn't it? I do think that next season I would like one, not next season because I doubt we're going to do that, but I would like to see those eyelids gone off the front wheels, and that would be quite nice. I don't know why, I just don't like it. But there you go, that's just me being me. But no, some good news on the old Formula 1 front, of course. Andretti Autosport then, hopefully they're going to be granted the 11th team on the grid, and maybe even a 12th team as well. There's a lot of rumblings going on. Of course, Hyundai, who's now got Cyril Beatball at the helm, haven't they, for their WRC project, so that'd be quite cool to see if Hyundai would actually venture into Formula 1. That'd be quite cool to see. I can't remember what their team name is. Is it Panther? I keep thinking it's Panther. I'm going to say it's Panther. It's not Panther, but it's the Asian-backed team, isn't it? Which could also be the 12th entry as well, which would be quite cool. I think 24 teams. 24 teams, that'd be great. 24 teams, goodness gracious me. No, if we're going back to the 80s when we had pre-qualified and all that, then yes, get us back to that era, I'd say. Of course, a bit of pre-qualified never did anyone harm, did they? Yeah, never mind. But of course, having said that, we might go back to the era of when a driver, I can't remember his name now, but a driver got retired, got disqualified, and did not start all in the same race because he snuck onto the grid in the German Grand Prix. I think it's in the 70s. And then of course he retired, and then he got disqualified as well. So there we go. I don't think anyone's going to do that tonight, but I must admit, then please don't try to do that tonight. Actually, as well, that'll be the ALR's first. It'd be quite an impressive feat if you can do it as well. We'll soon see. But yeah, definitely. I really want more Formula 1 teams on the grid. I think that 10 teams is not enough, personally. I would like to see more teams. I would like to see more independent teams as well. But I feel that I don't think that we're in the era to see another Jordan. Unfortunately, are we? Which is a big shame indeed. But of course, the likes of Ford are interested as well. Honda, rumblings about Honda tied up a partnership as well. But I don't think they'll be in a whole team in one as well. But it's exciting times in Formula 1, isn't it? I am just a little concerned about some of the team bosses being a bit greedy. I do understand though, because of course, you want to protect your assets and all that kind of stuff. But I do want to. I would like to, yeah, but of course I would like more teams on the grid. First, I reckon we should have 13. Of course, I think that's the full, that's the official full allocation, isn't it? On 13 teams. The last time we had a full grid was in the 1995 Monaco Grand Prix when we had the Simtech, didn't we? Which was, of course, the legendary Simtech team. I must say they had one of the best looking cars. That purple MTV sponsored car was absolutely a work of art, wasn't it, to say the least? Beast helmet is oh gosh, is Nordi Hagas from MotoGP. I apologise profusely, Serious Mushroom. My MotoGP, as I cast that on circuit as well. I apologise profusely. My MotoGP knowledge has been pretty poor since I went to BT Sport, mainly because I'm a bit of a tight so-and-so, and I don't want to pay for it. We've also got submission watching. More seats for us in the future, for future seasons as well. I echo that. Yes, indeed, we do want more seats, don't we, in ALR? Personally, I think that this game hasn't been the most, in terms of drivers, I don't think this game has been the most favourite from the majority of drivers. But I'm not sure if speaking to another driver who has over 50 odd race starts in ALR. I'm not going to name his name, but of course, because of course, then drivers will never speak to me again, which would probably be a blessing in disguise for you guys, wouldn't it? You could do it really well, talk to me, so I seem to reveal everyone's secrets. No, but nonetheless, yeah, a driver of about 50 odd starts in ALR, which is a lot more. He's got more than that. But we was having a discussion about this a few weeks back, I think at the end of last year. It's not sure if it's down to the game itself, or if it's just the driver struggling with the new adaptation of car, the new ground effect car, because these cars are completely different to the Formula 1 2021 cars, aren't they? Which I must admit, I do miss the F1 21 game. I do feel that this 2022 game has lacked something. I'm not sure if it's the ground effect cars or whatnot, but never mind. But anyway, enough about all me jibber jabber. Let's get on with the race, shall we? Theo unfortunately did not make the checker flag because that rain kind of effectively ended that qualifying session, didn't it? I'm not sure what the weather's like in the race. Then we got Goku saying, "What's up, Senna?" Great. Styles is in here. Just kidding. Of course, Goku never left, but really missed this commentary center saying thank you very much. But I must say, I've just spoke absolute nonsense for the past 20 minutes. But there we go. Also, I do most of my commentary's not right anyway. We need to get Dan Murphy in the comments because I said completely wrongly about the. I thought the DRS thing was actually applied to every race, but it's only applied to sprint races, isn't it? Where the DRS would be activated after lap 1, won't it? After one lap, which is I think that's a really good idea, especially for the sprint race. Actually, I'm surprised they didn't do it sooner. But there we go. Equal saying, good luck, coach. You could drive tomorrow in 100%, Senna. And what is tomorrow actually the 100% league? As we're just watching Kaz navigating his way through the order. I think we're on Canada, which is a preview to next week's race. Actually, of course, this is our last race here in Baku before we now go across the pond. Lovely spin around there from Billet. Goodness gracious me, that's shades of Booker T. I love it. A bit of the old spinneroonie. But anyway, Billet there, who is out just coming back in to the garage. Oh goodness me, I gotta say, that car just absolutely flew around, didn't it? I think that if it is raining, I think you guys got to be very concerned there. The track has got very wet all of a sudden, actually, whilst I've been yapping away. But yeah, Canada tomorrow for the 100%, and then of course, Nolte, the man of wisdom and knowledge, will be back in the commentary box tomorrow. I think it's 70 laps, isn't it, around Canada as well? I think that's going to be penalty central, isn't it? So if you like penalties, you're very evil, and secondly, it's also going to be quite difficult to know who finished where. But luckily, I don't have to worry about that until next week. But that was a really good qual. I really enjoyed that qualifying session, actually, mainly because I was yapping about all kinds of nonsense. Sandra's got football practice tomorrow. Goku Dam. Hello and good luck, Kaz is saying as well. But it's pole position there for New Potato. Apologies about that. That rain kind of came and kind of ended that qualifying session far too early, didn't it? But New Potatoes had 3 pole positions competitions in a row now. Spain, Monaco, and Azerbaijan. So goodness gracious me, he's got a monopoly on pole position, and that is also New Potato's 5th pole position of his career in bronze, well, the first ever bronze world champion then. So lovely jubbly indeed then. As I'm just checking to see. Yeah, Theo was the season 4 world champion. So the last time we did a bronze championship, Theo is technically the defending world champion of bronze then, which I should have known. So I apologise profusely there because that is really selling Theo short, isn't it? But yeah, Theo, the defending champion of bronze, and so it's great to see the champion back and having a good go here. Canada was so good on F1 at 2021. Then Senna was saying, and Kat saying, daughter called from the UK. So sorry, I did not make a lap. Nope, that's a bit more important than that, Kat. So don't worry about that. We got lovely sunshine as well. It was Canada wasn't very good for me in 2021, but that's because I was using the World Champions, even though it wasn't really the World Champions. I think it was the Wall of Noobs, really, wasn't it? When I was in there, but there we go. But yeah, Canada was good on last season's game. I think it's good on this one as well, to be fair. But yeah, Kaz, apologising for not making a lap. Don't worry about that, good sir. Of course, to be fair, Kaz, of course, most of that session anyway was just me talking about rubbish. So don't worry about that, my good sir. Billet there. Good evening, guys. Good luck, everybody. Donuts for sure. It's for you. Thank you very much, Billet, because that really caught me off guard. I absolutely love it. Of course, Billet there having a difficult season in ALR, isn't he? But I'm hoping that he can get himself sorted. But of course, I hope all of you guys can get yourself sorted. TK is rolling the dice here. This is the first and only driver in these races, albeit you can't really count silver last night, but the one and only driver to start on the soft tyre. No one else has started on the soft tyre in these opening couple of laps here in this race. Only 16 drivers then decided to tackle Baku tonight, which is a bit of a shame, but there we go. I think that's the lowest. I think the lowest number of drivers in an ALR lobby, I think, was 16 in Australia back in season 5 or 4. Can't remember what one it was now. A bit disappointing that is, but never mind. But of course, I'm glad that all the 16 drivers who are driving tonight are driving tonight, of course. Zach Attack, of course. Forza, hello, Forza. Senna saying, Theo Rigden, my game said it was wet. What? Donovan thinks, I don't know what's going on with Donovan, but apparently, I'm not sure if the game is said is wet now. I hope not, because that is going to be a humongous problem for Donovan. Equals Ultimate Beast for full-time C. I really want to see Ultimate Beast in full-time in silver. I really do. He's been absolutely fantastic since he's gone to silver. I think he's done like 25 points in the road. Doesn't include last night's results just yet because there's still an inquiry going on. New Potatoes kissed the wall where Hamilton crashed in the first ever race around here back in 2016. I've now really hurt myself here because I've only got a couple of corners to go through the grid. So let's quickly sort this out, shall we? Medium tyres for everyone apart from Jinner, who is on the hard tyres. You Mad Bros on the hard tyres as well. Swanshanks has gone for hard, as are Scooby Stew and Kaz. Soft tyres for TK. Are you mad? Potentially. However, he might be expecting an early safety car, so that might be an absolute stroke of genius. So we'll soon see how that one goes. Dynamo Dan goes from bad to worse, so he's got a wet setup around here, and he is going to be so compromised, especially at this part of the circuit. Dynamo Dan, the championship leader, a 5-place grid penalty for a collision between himself and the defending champion in Ferry Theo. Of course, he is he's the last bronze champion up until this season, so that is not good at all. New Potato pole position, 5th time in his career. Jenner on the row 1 then. Of course, Jenner needs to bounce back after a disappointed Monaco Grand Prix. Ultimate Beast then. Once again, he's shown he is a beast then. TK going soft tyres. Watch him launch down into turn 1 and possibly turn 3 as long as it's safe. Human Bro, 5th position. Echo in 6th position. Bob is 7th. Marsky is 8th. Swanshanks is 9th. New Potato is not parked very well. 10th position is Billet. 11th is Cirrus Mushroom. 12th is Styles. Driver of the day last time out with a superb 5th. 13th position, Scooby Shoo. Can he get himself back into the points? Dynamo Dan, the championship leader, has had a terrible start. Kaz in 15th position. 16th position is Theo. We have got 16 drivers then going to tackle the streets of Baku around here. And hang on a minute. Oh, the red lights are on already. I'm not ready. And it's lights out, let's not go yet. Look how far away New Potato wasn't really at the start of his box out. That's a terrible start for Jinder, and he's been completely rocked there as the TK going down the inside there and spinning the car. And unfortunately, who's that? That's New Potato. He has collected the pole sitter, and Ultimate Beast on his debut here in Bronze takes the lead. You man throws up in the second. Then Jinder had the pole inside, just didn't get away. There's an AlphaTauri of Marsky in the wall then, and there's all kinds of nonsense going on the back here. And goodness gracious me, and a tough out started. TK right down to the back of the field then. New Potato up the order. New Potato on the lunch side. That's going to be contact. That is contact with Scooby Stew. And Scooby Stew, I'm not sure if he's got damage then, but I think New Potato is going to be furious on that as he put on pole position. But I think that the early run down turn when Marsky been forced into the wall as well. It's a difficult start indeed then. Oh my goodness gracious me, Beast leads Bro second, third position Jinder. Bob is up into fourth position. Theo, the world champion of bronze, is up 10 positions. Goodness gracious me. Absolutely fantastic stuff indeed. Good job Sellers paying attention, because he just put me on my spot there, as he mentioned it in the comments then. And just going for Billick, just going for the castle section as well. Then we got Marsky down 8 positions as well. An appalling start for TK. And that is not what was in the book at all, was it? A New Potato, of course, as he's got to have a look on the stars and going into turn 15 here. Not quite though. And now dropping down the hill, coming into turn 16 then. And Dynamo down up into 7th position. He's up 7 places as well then, as we accelerate out of turn 16. And now you hopefully won't want to touch the brakes until turn 1. Stars is going to be feeling contact with the wall. And New Potato, lucky that he's still in this race. And you man bro and Jinder are going head to head down into turn 1, I think then. And look at you, Beast is almost, I think he's got a couple of seconds advantage already, has he? He has indeed. TK also up the order as well. Look at Beast, he's completely gone. New man bro in 2nd position, Jinder down into 3rd then. Now we've got Bob, Echo and Theo in 6th position as well. Fantastic start indeed. Dynamo down 2 seconds back. Remember, he's on the wet setup at the moment there. Just watching Jinder going down the inside. I do not like an overtake down into turn 3. Oh my word there, but I shouldn't be too concerned. The absolute skillage of these drivers is beyond my comprehension. Fantastic there from you, man, bro. And Jinder for keeping it on the wall. Because I even crashed there when I'm trying to race the AI. Fantastic stuff indeed. Senna's always got my back there. Fantastic. 3 into 1 doesn't go. Forza is saying then, Zack Attack, I mean, then old habits die hard for me. Just watching then going to the castle section as well. 2.1 seconds the gap is at the moment then. I also am very happy about Dan Murphy's comments as well. We have got Billet, who's now up in the 12th position, and Scuba Stew jumping down the order. I hope he hadn't got damage earlier on then from their skirmish that he had with, I can't remember who it was now. Was it with TK or the recovering New Potato? But he's up into 8th position again. New Potato is Jinder then is apparently almost a lap down apparently. I don't think that. I think he has transponders on the blink there, so he needs to get that sorted out. Jinder does, but luckily that's not his problem at the moment there. Alpines are leading 1-3 at the moment. And of course we haven't got William here tonight, and Dynamo Dan would like to have extracted the ultimate pain there from William, but unfortunately that's not the case. I love that shot, fantastic as they fly past me. No DRS yet, and DRS will be available at the end of this lap. And we're just now on board with Jinder then, and it's going wheel to wheel, going down into turn 1 here. He's going for it. He's having a look. And he takes 2nd position. Magnificent. You man bro's gone wide. It's been forced wide there. Bob is up the inside as well. But so is Echo. Oh my goodness me. No, not quite. And of course, that's only a short squirt straight there, isn't it? Now out of turn 2 as well. And DRS is now open. There they are. Look at the drag reduction system open the rear wing. Then as we go down into turn 3. 5.1 seconds the gap. His Beast is just dancing away. New Potato, I'm going to look at who's Bob. Oh my goodness me. He's gone straight on in turn 3. That's what happened to Camera Racer last night as well, but we didn't see the Camera Racer return from the race then, but luckily Bob is still able to continue, but he's down in 10th position unfortunately. Styles into a fantastic 8th. Of course, this is another race where Styles can really show his experience there. Theo, the champion, is up into 5th position already. Oh, brilliant stuff indeed there from Theo. He has come back and really struck at gold here tonight, hasn't he? Marsky and who's that Billet has lost the whole of the end plate there, and there's the right hand side end plate on the fry as well. Beast is just absolutely dominating this one so far, isn't he? You can say he's a beast on board now with Theo all over the back of Echo. Theo is also driving absolutely out of his skin here, having a look then down into 15. Not quite the one there for the Williams driver, but now he might have a go into 16. There will be DRS this time around. Dunman down with a wet setup is doing a good job in 6th position. He is not losing out just yet. Thank you very much, Daniel Murphy, as he is keeping me up to date about what's going on with the Liverpool game. I'm such a fan, I didn't even know they was playing tonight. Shocking. Anyway, but that's of course, I got a job here in ALR, haven't I? That needs to be my focus at the moment, and it is my focus. However, my focus will probably turn to football later on. And here comes Theo. Here he is. He's up into 4th position. Is Echo going to go for it? He isn't there. Oh, look at that. Then Donovan down. And yes, that I think underlines the wet setup issue for the Ferrari, because New Potato was quite the way back there. I think he was about 7-8 tenths of a second back from the Ferrari, and he is now past the Ferrari and up into 6th position now. New Potato, the pole sitter, and of course, oh, look at this. And of course, no DRS there for Theo. He was a sitting duck down into turn 3, and now Echo back up into 4th position, but the gap is 1.7 seconds now between the podium sitter and Echo. You mad bro, who is still keeping tabs on Jenner, but Jenner at the moment is 2nd in the Grand Prix at the moment. Into the pits comes that Billet then, as the Ferrari mechanics are going to work then. Let's right then, hopefully things will calm down ever so slightly now. No penalty just yet. TK's on those soft tires, and I think he was hoping for some an early safety car. Smithy Almighty, my boss tonight, has said some great racing. Let's go bronze, and it was a fantastic start, wasn't there? Albeit there was a couple of and who's that? Theo, the champion, is in trouble there. Look, he's left his end plate there. Oh goodness gracious me there. And the marshal has declared out. Is that going to be a VSC there? I think there's a gap in the road then. But Scooby Stew though is got a conga line behind him at the moment, isn't it? Which involves Marsky, Swanshanks, Kaz, and we've also got Billet as well, who will be tempting the undercut around here. So this is going to be very interesting indeed. Then the opening, the start here was a very dramatic start indeed. Some good, very close race indeed. However, a New Potato maybe having some words with TK after this one there. We did not see it too much there, but it looked like the TK was a day late and a dollar short. New Potato back up in the 4th position now. Ultimate Beast is almost 6 seconds in front, and he's almost a second per lap at the moment, well over a second per lap, and magnificent stuff indeed there from New Potato. He's really trying to force himself back into the World Championship in bronze after a difficult start. Into the pits goes Theo, and I wonder if he's going to try to go to hard tyres until the end of this race. And it's beautiful sunshine out here at the moment. I do not expect rain. However, Dynamo Dan was expecting rain, but I think he's got the same weather forecast as the McLaren had in the Malaysian Grand Prix several years ago. However, Dynamo Dan is on a wet setup then, unless the rain is coming later on then, because there could potentially be rain around here. It seems to bubble up quite quickly, doesn't it, in previous games around here, whereas it starts off beautiful and then it just all of a sudden seems to change on a whim. Marsky up into 11th position and past the Scooby Stew, who's down in 12th position, but Scooby Stew is playing long game here at the moment. And who's that? That's Echo, who's gone into the wall in the castle section there, and he is going to have to come in the pits, I think. And look at this, Styles there doesn't want to be Styles there, who's really turned the corner, hasn't he? He's a new man in 2023, isn't it? Because he's now trying to get to points for the 2nd race in a row here. He needs to be careful. He needs to make sure he treats the back of that Alfa Romeo like a ball. He doesn't want to go into the back of it, does he? And Styles, Echo, I think he's got to come in the pits, because we've seen an end plate come off there, as that was a heavy clout with the barrier into the castle section. Unfortunately, back on board now with the Williams driver as well, as we thread the yard. The lead on, I'll say Echo's actually carrying a lot of speed through the kinks there. New Potato, my goodness me, New Potato. I was talking about Styles being a new man, but same with the Potato. He is flying now. He is up into 3rd position. A gap is 8 seconds between himself and Ultimate Beast. 3 seconds between himself and Jinner. Pit stops then for Echo and TK. Ferrari, Donovan Dan is off the circuit. Oh no! And the championship leader, who's I'm not sure if he had a spin or whatnot, but he's down into 7th position. It's been a tough day so far for the Ferrari. Sirius Mushroom has actually made his way up into a superb where is he? 8th position, I should say then. So TK on hard tyres, Echo on hard tyres, an unscheduled stop then for both TK and Echo. And Echo then, who was well, I thought he looked like he was long on the stern, to be honest, but he's not. So we've got drivers then. Theo's gone medium then. So hard tyres for TK, hard tyres for Echo then. So they're going to go very long into this race now. So they could go for an undercut, the drivers on the hard tyres. Theo is also going to be very quick as well, but I think Theo might be gambling on a safety car because I don't expect the medium tyres to go to the end from here. But I have been wrong before, of course. Warm-up, we did mention there might be an issue on Sunday's race as well. But it is, I feel, it's a lot hotter here tonight than it was on Sunday. But here is Beeson, fantastic so far. He is absolutely dominating this race so far. Is he? Goodness gracious me, we're going to have to put a ball and chain on him, I think, then for Ultimate Beast to slow him down a bit. Incredible stuff indeed there. He certainly is a beast around here at the moment. On board UMAD Pro there. UMAD Pro relinquished that third position quite quickly. Love the helmet design, by the way, from UMAD Pro. That's absolutely a work of art. I love it. But anyway, going back to the matter in hand, which is this battle for the final podium place. New Potato is not in no mood, is he there? He wants to go, he wants to win this race, and it's going to be very difficult because every lap he is going to have to really try and put in qualified laps now to try and get himself back into the battle with Ultimate Beast, because Beast is already halfway down. Oh, that's I think he got clipped by UMAD Pro, was it? I think it was, and oh goodness me, and New Potato seems to have one step forward and 2 steps back in this race at the moment. Now, Swan Shanks has got past Scooby Stew, but New Potato is gonna be absolutely furious, isn't he? Because he's been involved in 2 incidents there, which I don't think was his fault there for the first ever bronze champion. But he is going to not be a happy potato at all at this stage. Oh my goodness me, Scooby Stew then, who's just keeping tabs on Swan Shanks about there. Scooby Stew would love to get some more points on the board. Love the helmet design as well from Scooby Stew. Of course, he was in the wars at the beginning of this race, but he seems to have kept himself a clean pair of wheels. New Potato, goodness gracious me, he was flying for that castle section. I wonder there's a Bill of Rage going under that helmet at the moment from New Potato then. And you can see that he's already hunted Bob down quite quickly. New Potato does have the pace here tonight, doesn't he? But he, as I said, then 2 step forwards, 1 step back at the moment there for the first ever bronze champion, New Potato then. But he's all over the back. He's in DRS range then of Bob. No safety cars yet, which I must say I'm surprised by, because I would have bet my bottom dollar on that one. Luckily, I don't have $1, but I would have lost $1 if I was going to bet, because of course I am a man of my word. Watching, there's Billet in the background there, having a nightmare season. Billet is there. We was talking about how these 2022 cars do not some drivers do not like these F1 2022 cars, and I think Billet's one of them. Remember, he was a podium sitter, wasn't he, for a couple of races, wasn't he, his career in bronze. He is usually a regular point scorer as well in bronze as well, but unfortunately Billet is not enjoying these 2022 cars at all. But let's see how he and you can see that the rear tires are screaming there. New Potato, Scooby Stew has dropped down past TK. TK up into a length position there. Of course, TK going very aggressive down into turn 1 there, and spun and unfortunately spun it around there. Smith and Watts, do not jinx the safety car. he knows what I'm doing, doesn't he? I do like to push the safety car. Safety car is breeds a bit of chaos into the race, and I do love a bit of chaos there. However, Bronze is doing a very good job at the moment there. Bronze in terms of course, the safety car at the moment, it's gold standard, isn't it? No safety cars at this moment in time. Really good job indeed there. As known as only Theo has had a major incident in terms of putting debris on the circuit there, but the marshals did a good job to get rid of it. Lovely shot here out of the castle section there. New Potato getting on the power a bit too heavily, and because of that, then it did cost him a chance to have a run at Bob down into turn 3. Gap at the front is 8 seconds there. Ultimate Beast, remember, is on the medium tire side. I should have pointed that out earlier on there, but I'm just a bit too excited by looking at the gaps. TK has passed Swan Shanks there and moves his way back into 11th position there. Sorry, back into 10th, I should say, because that's back in the points as well. Echo all over the back of Scooby Stew as well then. I think that it's going to get very precarious. So I wonder if Echo will have a look down into turn 1 here, into the DRS range there. Echo and TK, well, he doesn't need to. Echo and TK are, of course, pitted already, and through goes New Potato, passes Bob, moves himself up into 5th position there. Bob and New Potato are fighting the championship championship, of course, then, because they are quite close in the championship. As but unfortunately, New Potato there is just a bit quicker at this moment in time. Fortunately or unfortunately, depends if you're a New Potato or a Bob fan then. At this moment in time, it's unfortunate for Bob, but it's fortunate for New Potato. His next target is Styles in 4th position there, doing a great job there. I'm not going to say anything more about for Styles' progress at the moment, but there's 2 races in 2 weeks where Styles is very much at the sharp end of the field where he belongs, and it's really good to see indeed that, and hopefully there he can keep that progress going. And Kaz down in 5th position, and then Theo then, who's in 14th then. Of course, he has gone medium tyres in the second stint, but I think that I don't think those tyres are going to get to the end. However, I think the tyres from TK and Echo is going to get very interesting indeed then. So this is going to be very, it's going to get very interesting, isn't there? With TK on hard tyres and same Echo as well. I have no safety cars for those 2 drivers. They can get to the end, I should hazard a guess. Bob is not letting New Potato go at the moment then. So the pit window is going to be open momentarily, isn't it? Yellow flag! Oh no, and that's Scooby Stew! Oh, it's Scooby Stew and Theo, who have, I'm not sure if there's contact then. Is that now Swanshank's doing a good job there of, as we just on board with Theo. Scooby Stew has lost the whole of the wing section, and that is not what he wants then, because that has completely ruined his strategy here, and he is now limping back into the pits, unfortunately. Good teamwork between the 2 Alfa Romeos, though, because Swanshanks let Echo through there, because he knows that Echo is on a younger tyre, and he is going to be quite quick at this stage. Seems that into the pits comes Dynamo Dan then. So Dynamo Dan then, I think he's going for the undercut here then. Fry Mechanics are getting ready. Well, he's got no wing. He's damaged the wing now. I'm not sure how long that's been then, but yeah, I thought this might be a bit early then for the medium tyres. Yes, the wing is now being replaced then before he gets back out onto the circuit. And look, Echo is already through. TK is already through as well. He's going to have to pass those drivers. Yes, they have 5 laps more. They have 5 laps more on those tyres than Dynamo Dan does. However, it's just he's now going to have to really put his toe down here. 5-second penalty for Theo for speeding in the pit lane. Into the pits comes Scooby Stew as well. I'm not sure if they came to blows or whatnot. However, they was both in the same facility around the castle section, around turn 7. So it did look a bit suspicious to me, but I must say I'm a suspicious Pete. Bob's keeping up quite nicely with New Potato here. New Potato has not made much inroads into Styles. Just as I said that, Styles was looking very squirrely at the exit of turn 10 there, I believe it was. And he has lost quite a bit of time. Styles has it into the wall. Goes New Potato, and oh my goodness gracious me, that is not PC. Good heavens there. And of course we are past the watershed. No, we hadn't passed the watershed at all, so we're going to have to censor that on the highlight package, I think. But good heavens there. New Potato and Bob there was very close. I don't think New Potato went to the wall, actually, to be honest, did he? I think that that was just something to do with a bit of a mirage, and I don't think we're in the Sahara Desert. However, I'm wondering if let's see, Bob's in the pits then. As Bob did Bob actually go into the back? Actually, was it a similar thing to Hamilton and Vettel? There is a wing change there for the Mercedes. I'm wondering if something did go a bit awry there. We seen on the stream there that it looked a bit suspect, didn't it? And now out of the pits comes Bob. We're going out having a bit of troubles there and a bit of troubles there. Just watching into the pits comes Serious Motion, then Serious Motion, wrong box there, Mr. Director. Now he's onto the hard tire. Serious Motion going for the undercut here, rolling the dice here. Needs to go out in front of Dynamo Dan and Kaz. He is, you know, or is he? Oh, this is going to get very precarious indeed then. And look, Dynamo Dan's on the outside. Is he left with the front? Oh, God, I think he's gone to the wall. Dynamo Dan has that. And Serious Mushroom there had a bit of a bad drive there, didn't he? And now Dynamo Dan is up into 11th position. Now Serious Mushroom dropping down to 12th. But I think Serious Mushroom is thinking here that he's got to get those tires warmed up. So Serious Mushroom is not going to attack Dynamo Dan too quickly here. He wants to get those tires fired up and ready to go. And then he's going to follow Dynamo Dan's progress through the field. Of course, Dynamo Dan has been one of the quicker drivers in this championship so far. Of course, he leads the championship. He's on a bit of a bad day at the moment, Dynamo Dan is. But let's see how this one plays out, because there's still a long way to go. Theo then is saying he's just been attacked there as him and Scooby Stew made contact. Then we thought that was the case. We didn't see it on stream then, but unfortunately both Theo and Scooby Stew right at the back of the field at the moment then. Into the pits comes Ultimate Beast then, so he's had enough of those tyres then. Into the pits, onto those hard tyres before he comes out of the pit lane for car 66. And that is I've got to say, a very impressive first stint so far. On board with Styles into the pits then, and also New Potato in the pits as well. New Potato in the pits, not changing the front nose there for New Potato, but you go Theo's saying he's been attacked, and same with New Potato. Goodness gracious me, there's been a lot of interest in development so far in this race. And Hungry Styles has had the perfect pit stop, and look at that, it's fallen into place there for Styles. He's got a problem. Oh no, Styles has got a problem there, and he has dropped behind New Potato. I'm not sure what happened there, but he just struggled to get on the power. I was going to say that Hungry Styles had the perfect pit stop, because now he's out near New Potato. Sorry, he was in front of New Potato, wasn't he? But he had a clear bit of track there, but unfortunately that's not the case now, is that he's got New Potato in front of him. And oh goodness me, going into the back of New Potato there as they go far those hard tyres up. Then it takes a cut, it takes about half a lap then. Echo, who's on 6 lap with hard tyres then, he's not expected to come in the pit lane again, nor is TK. And TK is actually, goodness me, he's 12 seconds behind Beast still. So good heavens, that is gotta say, wow, that's night and day in Formula 1, isn't it? Beast is just absolutely, he is the ultimate beast here tonight, isn't he? Very good stuff indeed. Bob, who's also coming to the pits as well. So in this stage of the Grand Prix, we have had in the pit stops Bob, Hungry Stars and New Potato just come to the pits, as has Ultimate Beast as well. TK and Echo came in the pits a few laps ago. We've now got a bit of a conga line formed behind New Potato, but I think New Potato is now going to probably now wants to disappear down the road. Then Senna is saying to Theo, go race there, Theo. Theo probably needs a safety car, as so does Billet and Scooby Stew, I feel, at this stage of proceedings. But however, we'll see how this one goes then. Echo, who I think is going to be looking backwards and forwards here, so he's going to have eyes in the back of his head here. Styles does have DRS then. All the drivers have DRS apart from New Potato. And that DRS there for Styles has really helped him keep that 6th position there. Good stuff. And then we've got Echo, and then we've got Bob as well. This is the closest battle on track at this moment. Jenna leads by 5 seconds, but Jenna will have the pressure faster, medium tight, and half distance in this Grand Prix. Good stuff indeed for everyone out there so far. Of course, we haven't had any major incidents. We've had a few scrapes and a few very I think there's going to be a couple of drivers that are going to be a bit unhappy with a couple of their peers out there, but no major issues so far. All 16 drivers running this race still. Everyone's on the hard tyres now, apart from Scooby Stew, who's gone medium to the end of the race. But he's going to have to be the tyre tickler, Scooby Stew is, if he wants to get to the end of this one. Echo having a look on the inside of Stars there, but Stars is not going to be deterred. Echo's got a 3-second penalty. Unfortunately, he was caught red-handed with that one as well, and that could be costly, especially if we get a safety car later on in this race then. But look at this, and Echo is very much being pushed out of the castle section now by Bob. Bob is having none of it, is he? He wants to get past quickly here, and he's going to have a look there. Goodness me, this is never a good opportunity to overtake down here, I'd say. But goodness me, then I think he's going to wait into turn 1 as well. We've also got Swan Shanks and Dynamo Dan also starting to fight over 9th and 10th position. There's Serious Mushroom in the length at the moment. Dynamo Dan has got past Swan Shanks there. I think the Swan Shanks just further the throttle off ever so slightly and has got through. But look at Echo. Oh my gosh, I thought he was in the Tech Pro then. Echo is really struggling then, isn't he, at this stage then? And I wonder if those hard tyres are already starting to struggle. They surely won't be going off, but they are losing some kind of performance. Or is Echo just having a bit of a couple of issues down in the cockpit? Maybe he's just having a couple of issues which he needs to get sorted out. Maybe there's something wrong with the Earth deployment. I'm not too sure. Marsky's got past Kaz and moved himself over in the 12th position. As Serious Mush now gaining on Swan Shanks. We're keeping an eye on that one. Gavin Brandt is 4.1 seconds. Mapper has found about a second last couple of moments or so. Ultimate Beast is now 6.2 seconds behind his rivals. I think Ultimate Beast could probably do whatever he wants now in terms of strategy. He is looking very strong indeed, isn't he? Into the pits comes Kaz, and so Kaz has had enough of those hard tires. He has gone soft, Kaz has here, so he's going for an attacking strategy here. You get a bonus point for fast lap, so I wonder if Kaz is now going to try and get the fastest lap around here, because he knows that some of the hard runners there are going to be looking after the tires towards the end. Oh, Echo's in the wall, and oh dear, and it was just a graze with the ball there for Echo. However, that graze can sometimes cause damage to the wing there, but that is certainly not healthy for the Alfa Romeo. Both Alfa Romeos are in the points at the moment, but I think that both of them are looking a bit worse for wear at the moment. So I think that they're going to be a bit disappointed about how this race is turning out at the moment. Oh, playing out, and I think that Echo's in the wall again, and Bob is going to the back of Echo. It was just a light tap though, but even a light tap can really damage his wings, and it's because of there's so much energy going on, isn't there? There's so much going on in these Formula 1 cars. Even the lightest tap can damage these cars. That of course the wings are so strong, isn't it? You've seen Lewis Hamilton bounce up and down on his Mercedes one year. But of course, when there's so much energy going on, they are very fragile indeed. Then, and Echo is down into 8th position now. Then 7th position is Bob. So I think that's Echo. I'm wondering then if that is a sign of things to come here. And look at this, then there's a Bob defending because Echo is trying to come back at him almost instantly here. And he now has DRS, and Bob doesn't have DRS because Stalls has actually got out of the DRS range now by a second. And here comes Echo. And look, Echo is going to go this way and that way. He's on the outside now. And look at this, so Bob defending beautifully well. And then both hardest in there. I think Sector 2 is really much for the leader, isn't it? There's not really much overtaking maneuverability. However, having said that, we've seen it in gold, and I think an occasion in silver as well, where you try to go wheel to wheel for the castle section, which I don't think is very advised, is it? Theo's got to the back of Bullet, so Theo is going to may have a run going down into turn 4, and this is this battle now between the Ferrari and the Williams driver. Theo making a return, and of course Theo the champion, the defending champion in theory from bronze, and of course he won the bronze championship in season 4, which is back on the F1 2021 game, but unfortunately Theo has had a couple of run-ins so far, hasn't he, so far tonight, but we'll see how this one goes. Look at that Echo. I think there's problems with Echo's wing name, because in the second split time he is losing time hand over fist. Into the pits comes the first two, which is not the first two anymore, but Jenner, this could be a second one. Oh goodness me, sorry. Second 1-2 in the season then for Alpine at the moment, because they are just absolutely loving life out there. I was thinking about whether the hard tires are going off there, but it's certainly not going off for TK. He is just at the fast lap racer, which has been quickly eclipsed there by New Potato, who's now in 4th position. Matt Bro in 5th. He's got to do some overtaking now. Let's see what Jinner can do then. He's got an 8.6 second difference between himself and his super sub Beast then, teammate then. Beast is aiming to win on his debut here tonight in bronze, and he's certainly doing a good job at the moment. But I think that now Jinner has the pace advantage in terms of the softer tyre. So the shoe is on the other foot, so to speak. If anyone wears shoes, they might just wear trainers, or maybe even sneakers. Theo half a second back. I feel that's a bit too far back, isn't there? Because that Ferrari is punching a hole in the air, but I think that Billet is too far in front of us at the moment there. But I think that these drivers was probably hoping there. Swan Shanks is parked in the pit lane. No, he isn't. He's gone now. He's on the medium tyres, and to the end of the race, that should not be a problem. Kaz defending against Scooby Stew in the battle for 16th and 15th position. There is Ultimate Beast, who's very much been on his lonesome, hasn't he, since the start of this one. Now here comes Theo, still too far back, and I don't think we're going to be looking at Kaz and Scooby Stew down into turn number 3 here. I think that's what we're going to be looking at, and we are. But Kaz had a great run out of turn 2, hasn't he? And Scooby Stew there having to correct the car quite numerous times there on those medium tyres. Done 6 laps so far, the McLaren has. Swan Shanks just in front of us there. He's just getting up to pace now. You can see there is the Haas car of TK, I think it was on the other side of that wall. A very unique part of this circuit, isn't it? It feels like a scale electric set, doesn't it, really? As you can see that the two circuits there are very much side by side of each other. Into the castle section, into the pits comes TK. Only 10 laps on those hard tyres. Now, is that because of it? Is that because of TK just rolling the dice and changing strategy, or is the hard tyres? Can they have? Are they having issues there? I'm not doing many laps. Thank goodness me. Billet is now going to really have to defend here. Theo's going to have a look there, but I think it's probably not advised to go into turn 15 there. TK, who's coming out of the pits now, is behind Dynamo Dan. He'll be in front of his teammate Sirius Russian. So TK is going to be quite quick here, but where is he going to find himself? He's got a lot of work to do with just 9 laps to go in this race. This race is flying by, isn't it? Goodness gracious me. Now we just got to Theo, who is gaining. Well, actually, he's dropping back. That Ferrari is quite a slippery eel down the back straight, isn't it? My word. Gosh, even with DRS there, Theo is not really was gaining towards the end that straight. My goodness gracious me, that Ferrari is ridiculously quick in a straight line. I think Theo is gone for the more Monza style spec setup of that Ferrari. Good heavens there. That was absolutely ridiculous. Now then, let's see what this second part of the straight line, yellow flag as oh no! It's Styles! Styles has had an issue at the castle! Just coming on the castle, is it damage on the Williams there? He's still in the points, and he's still got all his pieces, I think. But Styles was in a superb 6th position, I think, or 5th actually, and he's dropped down into 7th position. He needs to recover that. He just needs to recover. We got Billet's off the circuit. Generous at the fast on the race. Theo and Billet was very close there, as Billet is just trying to do a 3-point turn there. Thank you very much, Percy. As there is a 5-second penalty for Jinner, which I must say I completely missed it. Theo's got a 5-second penalty as well, but I didn't know that Jinner had one. Was that him coming in the pits, or was that shocking you? I don't actually know where he's got that penalty from, to be honest. I've never seen it. Oh, goodness me. You would think that I should be paying much more attention than what I am. Shock behaviour, really. Oh, it did. I thought the Swanshank's back in there. Felt like it was being pushed there, but Kaz was nowhere near him. Kaz on those soft tyres there, trying to have an adventurous second stint here. But I feel that those soft tyres, he's going to have another soft tyres, I think, to get himself to the end in this one there. You mad bro is now all over the back of the new potato. I think the new potato, if he does get a podium, it's not the very least that he has got. Not going to be a very happy spud, is he? Because he was on pole position, and I think he got spun around twice. But of course, I think the first one we didn't have a clear view of it, and the second time I can't remember, but I'm sure that he was given a helping hand, wasn't he? Theo then, it was coming in 12th position, but I think that they're all hoping for a safety call, these drivers back here at the moment, because they seem to be, there's a huge gap, there's over a pit stop gap between 11th and 12th position. Marsky is giving Sirius Mushroom some serious concern. Oh, Swanshanks hit the inside arm coat there. Hopefully hasn't damaged the car, but that is not ideal at all. Marsky and Sirius Mushroom are very contending the final points at the moment. Hungry Styles doesn't look like he's got damage. He is okay, we think now, but Styles has thrown away a couple of points, but he's still in a very good second position there. But a 5-second penalty for Jinner, I think, has all but ended his hopes, unfortunately, of going for a Grand Prix win. I don't know. I don't know. Probably because I wasn't paying attention, but I don't think that. I'm not sure where Jinner got that 5-second penalty from. It must have been from speed in the pit lane. Theo is letting Swanshanks by here. I'm wondering if Theo is limp and wounded then. He might be. New Potato has just dropped down into 4th position then. TK is at the fast of the race then, as New Madbro up into 3rd then. Breeze has passed and he's on the medium tyres. New Madbro 7 laps then. He's got 7 laps then to see if he can get within 5 seconds. Got for 5 seconds in 7 laps. That is his goal now. That is his mission. Whether he can achieve it or not remains to be seen, and I think he would choose to accept it, because that could really stump Alpine's progress of getting a second 1-2 in a row. Second 1-2, and the first team to have 2 1-2s this season. Theo is in the pits then, and of course, unfortunately, there must be some damage then, and it's for the reigning bronze champion. So a bit of a disheartening day for Theo on his return to bronze here tonight as he comes into the pits. He's onto the soft tyres. They might be past their best, but they should get him to the end of this race. But I've got to say, Jinner is absolutely flying out there. He is really quick at this stage of proceedings. The gap is down to 4.3 seconds, but I wonder if that's a bit of beast there, knowing that Jinner's got that 5-second penalty. Watching here, then Stars a second in front of Dynamo Dan, but Dynamo Dan is going to be thinking about TK. Of course, Dynamo Dan had a 5-place grid penalty after his wheel disconnected then, and him and Theo came to blows in qualifying. And then, of course, he's had a wet setup because his weather forecast actually said that it was going to rain in the race set, and it's not rained at all, has it? It's been a beautiful day here, and TK has unfortunately, it's not been a beautiful day for Dynamo Dan, and the championship leader only scoring 2 points tonight then. William is not here then, so William at this moment in time the gap is up to 15 points in the championship. Bob at the moment will be joint in second position in the World Championship with William and Umadbro. Actually, I think Umadbro will be up in second now, so goodness gracious me. And Dynamo Dan will actually be losing ground into the driver's standings there. But don't ask me about how much, because my maths is appalling. TK in 8th position. So the Alpine team then are enjoying themselves. Front-end, of course, from the piece they're going for the French manufacturer tonight. With Jinner in second position, but Jinner does have a 5-second penalty, but he is very quick at the moment, Jinner is. He's only got 1 Grand Prix win so far, Jinner has, hasn't he, there, which I must admit he probably should and could have a lot more than that, but he does have a lot of issues, doesn't he, in the Grand Prix, Jinner does, and unfortunately he's got another one here tonight in terms of the 5-second penalty. Into the pits comes Kaz, and I expect another set of soft tires goes on the Aston Martin. It does before he dashes out the pits. Can he get out in front of Billet? Billet there is flying down the pit straight. Let's see then. I think that he will get out in front of Billet then, so that's an important part in this race then, because Kaz will be going for that bonus point and fast up for the Aston Martin team. Same with Theo as well, trying to get some more points for Williams then, because I think that he's the only Williams in this race actually, isn't he, there? So I think that Williams, that's the only hope that Williams is going to get in terms of a point here tonight then. Lap 21, 5 laps to go then. Jinner has got the gap down to 2 seconds here. My goodness me, he's absolutely flying. Well, actually, excuse me, it is the Hungry Stars is also in the Williams as well. Shocking stuff indeed. But unfortunately, Stars is going to drop down to 8th position there. He was as high as 5th, or well, he's high as 4th actually at one stage, wasn't he? Into the pits comes Echo. So Echo's had enough of those hard tyres as well. And he's going to go into the soft tyres on the race because both him and TK had to pit earlier on in this race. That has really put him beyond the 8th ball. But Stars down to 7th position now. Oh, well, he's back in 7th position actually. Echo coming on the pits now. Of course, the Alfa Romeo at the end of the pit lane. So he's behind Marski. 5 laps to go. He will have a tyre advantage here. However, I think he does have a tyre advantage here. However, my goodness me, I'm going to turn up Theo. They're going wheel to wheel there. That's going to be a contact. There is contact down into turn 16, and oh dear, and that's a bit unfortunate for both drivers. Theo was going for quick lap there was Billet was trying, I think, I think he was trying to get to the race there. I'm not sure if he was expecting the car to be on his outside there. That barrier just jumps out at you, doesn't it? But Serious Mushrooms dropped down to 11th position there. But in terms of penalties, at the moment, Echo needs to find 3 seconds then with soft tyres there on that car. And as Theo is stuck in that runoff area at the moment, isn't he? Lap 21 out of 26 here. And look at Jinner. If that 5-second penalty, I'm not sure what that 5-second penalty was for. We'll have to, that remains to be seen. Into the pits comes Billet then, as unfortunately him and Theo, I think that's twice now that he's had an issue. Theo just get out of the way. If that 5-second penalty, we don't know what it's for, so I hope if there's been an issue with the lobby as such, and then of course Jinner can get that removed then, of course, but that would be at the admin's discretion. So Ultimate Beast would not be, I think the Ultimate Beast cannot afford to cut off the power too hard here, because potentially that 5-second penalty can be removed. But at the moment he does know about the 5-second penalty, and I think that this is going to get very interesting. Remember, Ultimate Beast on his debut here in Bronze tonight, of course, he's a super sub then for William, and he has done a splendid job. But Jinner is really coming to spoil the party now. Of course, Jinner is back to his best then, because he was injured in Monaco last week, and it's probably the toughest race to be injured. I'm not sure about his status this week. I haven't heard much, to be honest, mainly because I've been feeding my face since 4 o'clock today. But Jinner has been absolutely flying in this final stage of this race, and he is really causing problems, isn't he? And I feel that the Alpine team would love a 1-2 in terms of the constructors here, but of course Jenner is not concerned about the constructors. I don't think about them because he's a racer. He wants to go for a Grand Prix win. He wants his second race win of the season, and he is pushing his super sub teammate. He wants the glory. He wants the headlines in bronze, doesn't he, in ALR tonight? And he is not going to let the Ultimate Beast making his debut tonight really steal those headlines, isn't he? But it's going to be a nervous time in all of the Alpine camp there. Of course, these points are needed for Alpine and the joint constructors, but I don't think the joint constructors is on the mind of either driver at the moment. And Jenner wants to go. And look at this then. And look, Ultimate Beast there. I'm wondering if as Ultimate Beast and Jenner going side by side, and Ultimate Beast there has lost out, and he's down into second position. I think that and Jenner through and up into the lead of this race. But now the shoes on the other foot. Jenner's been coming at him, I think, for the last 4 laps, and Beast is back in front then. Wow, this is incredible stuff indeed. But Jenner's going to go down the inside, and he takes the lead there. Is he in the barrier? He's definitely kissed the Armco there. But I think that he should be all fine down in the Alpine team there. And look who's only 7.3 seconds back. You mad, bro? Is could, if he gets another 10 seconds here, he could be, as Echo's got past Morsky, if he gets another 2 seconds here, he could get in front of Jenner here. Goodness me, there he is in the background here. You man, bro, I don't think he's got a Grand Prix win this season, so that could be very much a steal there. He's now only 1.5 seconds away there from getting in front of Jenner here. Remember, that 5-second penalty is going to be crucial in this race. There are 4 laps to go here in the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Well, there has certainly been action here tonight, hasn't there? Not as much action as I was expecting, to be honest. I was kind of expected to be a bit more busier than what I have been, but still, this has been a very interesting race indeed, hasn't it? Intrigue up and down the field, and look, oh my goodness me, and oh my gosh, there, and look at this, the two Alpine. I wonder if they're trying to play chicken with each other for the DRS maybe, but I don't think they can do that for too long because, of course, the gap is coming down all the time back on board with Jenner, and now coming across the line, and here they come. Then there's the DRS detection zone, and look at this. That was with P7. It was goodness me, trying to defend here between Jenner and also Jenner himself. So Jenner retakes the lead. There goes it's 2-1. The gap is 5.9 seconds here between Jenner's in the wall. He's in the wall. And I think he's looking at Ultimate Beast there. Ultimate Beast, who's basically been driving on his own for most of tonight. Then and all of a sudden, it's really gone something. It's really heated up here in Baku. I remember this is for the lead between teammates, albeit Jenner is a sub. Sorry, Ultimate Beast is a super sub here tonight. Jenner up the inside has kept the lead here, and the gap is down to 4.8 seconds, which means that now you mad bros in front of Jenner. Goodness gracious me, I'm not sure what that 5-second penalty is there, but that is going to be very much interesting to see if that gets overturned or not, and you'll have to find out tomorrow night, so tune in if you want to know. I love a plug. And now Ultimate Beast, who is, look at Jenner, he's really struggling in the middle sector here. Look at you mad bro, all of a sudden the Alpine team are really costing themselves major time here, isn't it? I'm not sure, my goodness me, and of course these two are not regular teammates, are they? Of course, and Theo is set the fast on race. That's a bonus point for the Williams team, and now there's definitely any points they get for the Williams team, they'll be happy with that. But remember, Star's in great form at the moment, isn't he? And he's in front of the championship leader Dynamo Dan, who's only scoring 4 points tonight. Well, of course, if he finishes safe, of course. And now we're going back to some more shenanigans there. Coming out of the final turn there, Scuba Shoot is coming into the pits there, and Scuba Shoot's got a 5-second penalty, unfortunately, and that is a big blow indeed for Scuba Shoot. And goodness me, I thought Ultimate Beast is going into the wall here as we go across the line there. And look at this now. Here comes Ultimate Beast, and Jenner is punching a hole into it. Look, it's 4 seconds the gap between themselves and Imabro. And he's now going on the outside. Jenner is defending the inside there. I think he was defending fresh air though, wasn't he, Jenner? I think he should have probably stuck to his line potentially. However, it's such a long drag down there. You do not want to give your teammate any slipstream there. Lucas Person, the Alpines need to work together. They do, but they've really cost themselves majorly. Styles is out of the race. Oh no! Styles is in the wall, and he is out of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, and he is going to be absolutely devastated. Oh my word there, and my goodness me. and that is just absolute heartbreaking for Styles. That really is. Two races in 2023. He has driven superbly well. He got his reward in Monaco. Tonight he was on course for his second points finish in a row. He is out of the race in the twisty section now. And we got, and look at that, Umabro's less than 3 seconds back now. If that incident came a couple laps earlier on, I think we would have had a safety car. And Styles is our only retirement so far. And my goodness me, and the Styles fan club is going to be absolutely devastated. Their heart will be plunging to their boots, unfortunately. He is out of the race. The only retirement so far for Styles, who is on course for a superb 7th position and 6 more points for himself with the Williams team. That's allowed Dynamo Dan back up into, and we got Ferrari off. That's allowed Dynamo Dan back up into 7th position and got 6 more points. And goodness gracious me, who's my driver today, Sean? Oh, good heavens! Oh my word! Give me a sec. We've only got 1 more lap to go. Good heavens! I've got the pressure's on me. Oh my word! Hang on, let me. I don't really know who should be driving today, to be honest. Dynamo Dan potentially. He's kind of have to drive with one hand tied behind his back, so to speak. You mad pro, I think should be 3-second penalty for New Potato, who was also going to be my driver today as well, to be fair, because he's been spun around like a Beyblade tonight, hasn't he? So I think my driver today, you mad pro, New Potato, Dynamo Dan. I think we got drivers of the day today. I'm not pretty. To be honest, it's been a difficult race for everyone, hasn't it? To be fair, it would have been, Potato definitely in centre. Yeah, definitely, because I think he's, as I said, he's been spun around more times than a Beyblade. We got a Alfa Romeo who's spun off there of Swanshank. Said, just looking at Ultimate B said the gap is down to 2.3 seconds now. And they're just watching the Alpine team, and there is Umabro, less than 2 seconds back now. He's on course for 2nd position. Umabro is here, and I think the Alpine team have really hurt themselves, haven't they? I think in this one, potentially they should have worked together there, because the gap was quite easily 7 seconds or 8 seconds before they was fighting so hard. We don't know what the 5-second penalty is for Jinner. It might be for speeding in the pit lane, but I do not know. However, we're going to just call this one how it is on track at the moment, and as it is on track, is Ultimate Beast is leading the way with that 5-second penalty, which is going to be added to Jinner's end time, I think. Then, which here we go. Then, as we're coming out to the line as well, and it will be Jinner who will cross the line first, but it's going to be Ultimate Beast in his debut for bronze, wins the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. What a performance there from Ultimate Beast. If he wasn't a reserve, I would have. If he wasn't a reserve, I think Ultimate Beast would definitely have been driver today, because the first 18 laps was a clinic in Grace, and then it was speeding the pits, per se saying, and that's very difficult to get that one removed, isn't it? So Jinner and Alpine, I think, have Jinner, and I think that Jinner's going to be kicking himself with that one, because he had the speed today, didn't he? And Alpine have thrown away a 1-2 as well with the battling towards the end, and I never score points here, and I never will, laugh out loud. Devastation in the Williams camp then is Billet out of the race as well, unfortunately, after Billet's had a bit of a tough race as well. The champion Dynamo Dan has got himself, after that 5-place grid penalty, got himself back up to 7th here, but I must say it was a tough one. It was a tough one to say at least for Dynamo Dan wasn't there, as he had a 5-place grid penalty. Then he was on the wrong setup. Then he was on a wet setup, and he did finish 7th position in the end. So it's good stuff indeed there. New Potato, great recovery drive to 4th, but I do feel with the pace that Jinner would have been. New Potato would have been up there fighting with the 2 Alpines today. So that is something that would be very disappointing for the Red Bull team. And no doubt New Potato would probably have some choice words, I think, in the paddock after this one there. What a shame indeed then. What a shame indeed. Of course, Bob also did a good job as well. Morski getting 2 points. Echo also recovering to 8th position. I think the TK probably could have should have scored more points here today as well. And just watching the piece coming through. Kaz, who just come in. I think that he's almost out of fuel, Kaz is there, as he looks like he's just crawling back to the pits now as well. Two retirements in this one, and Styles out the race from 7th position. Styles was on course to score more points for himself from the Williams team, but that's not the case then. And Billet had a bit of a nightmare race today as well. A welcome return for Theo. Unfortunately, Theo did finish 14th in the end and last, which is a shame there for Theo, the champion of bronze, or the last season, the last champion of bronze. And unfortunately, it wasn't a happy homecoming for Theo, as he was involved in all kinds of shenanigans right from the get-go there. So just watching Autumn B said. So his first drive here in bronze, and he's won the race. Fantastic 17th there. Alpine probably should have got a 1-2 here, but Mapro, this is a crucial part of the season for Mapro, because I think he's now got up to second in the championship, and that is something which I think that is something that Dynamo Dan has got to be wary of. And Dynamo Dan, as he mentioned in the comments there, he didn't have the correct setup then, but he did have a recovery drive, but he doesn't want to have too many days like that, as he avoids. That could be a major factor in this championship. We ain't even at half distance yet. This is only round 8 out of 24. Of course, we've still got a long slog of the summer still to come. Where we jet off to Canada, don't we? Over the other side of the pond. Then we come back from the other side of the pond. Go back to Silverstone for the British Grand Prix, round 10. We have our second ever sprint race in ALR in Austria, and then we go to France, Hungary before. France, Hungary, Belgium, the Dutch Grand Prix, and Italy, and that is a slog then for the final European races before we jet off for the flyaways. This will end the championship. There is still a long way to go here in the championship. Anything can happen, and it usually does. And today, it could be costly. There, we could look back on this race today, and potentially point out the issues that some of the drivers had there. Let's take a final look at the classification, shall we? From Baku, from the Azerbaijan Grand Prix is the official race here in Baku. Ultimate Beast debut in bronze, and he smashed it, and he's got the Grand Prix win as well. Not literally, he just won the race. Mapro in second, Gino in for a position at 5. He had 10 second in the end as well. New Potato in 4th, for Bob 5th, TK 6th. Dynamo Dan, the championship leader, 7th. Echo 8th. Marsky in 9th. Serious Mushroom getting a point in the end. Swan Shanks 11th. Kaz in 12th. 13th, Scooby Stew. 14th is Theo. Retirements was Billet and Hungry Styles out of the race here in Baku. And I've got to say, they was very well behaved in that one. And Ultimate Beast said, this is your debut tonight in bronze, and of course we've seen you applying your trade in silver for a few times then, and you did look impressive there, but today was a bit of a different challenge there, because you was leading from the front for the majority of the race there, but that second half there, Jenner was coming at you at right old rate and not said, and you seem to have a bit of a good old battle royale at the front there.
Indeed, it was a hard one. So I thought there was going to be a safety car. So I put 1.5 laps under fuel, which did not help. So I had to save fuel at the last stint. So that's why I was so slow. And luckily, Ginger had a 5-second penny. And yeah, apart from that, it went well.
Oh, so that explains the because we thought that we wasn't sure if the medium tires was going to be able to catch it towards the end then, and all of a sudden you dropped pace, so it was under fueling. I must admit, I was quite surprised by the lack of safety car as well.
Yeah, I was like by lap 20, I had 1 lap under fuel, so I was saving on the big straights for like 200 border, like, so I was just braking so early. Luckily, Ginger still had that 5-second penalty. So.
And talk us how you save fuel then. Is it just like backing off then before the turn then? How do you save fuel?
So I just like instead of braking where you normally brake like a bit further back and just like downshift like as you normally do, but just don't accelerate, and it saves like 0.4 fuel every time you do it. And I just kept doing it almost like 4 times a lap on the big straights. I managed to do it, but on the way at the end I was on 0.6. I still ran out of fuel, but just made it in time.
And goodness me, you had an incredible battle between yourself and Jinner. Then I got to
I
say,
did.
it was looking very tense there towards the end as well, between yourself and Jinner. Then, but I bet you loved that battle, didn't you?
Oh, it was good. Yeah, it's good to be in bronze because I've done a few silver. I think I'm happy with myself in silver, but I just had a couple of bad results. Thought I'd try out bronze for a change. I thought, oh, it was pretty good.
I think it was more than pretty good. It was very good indeed. Then, of course, we have seen you in silver as well, and yeah, a lot of drivers are asking you for saying about you getting a full-time seat, and I'm sure that you're definitely going to be definitely going to be intrigued, aren't you, about getting yourself in full time.
I would love it. I love to be a full-time seat in silver or bronze, really, either one.
And it's good, and it'd be definitely good to see you in there as well. Well done, say Beast. Absolutely, you could say it was a beastly performance indeed. Very impressive stuff. And I think you mad, bro, is actually left me, unfortunately. Or are you still in here, my good sir?
I'm still here, man.
Aha!
My
I
internet
I, I dreaded you were disconnected then.
things.
You mad, bro. You finished second today, and I must say it did look a bit uneventful for most of that race. And you went for the alternative strategy then, going from the hard to the medium tires. Then, do you think that paid off for you today?
Um, yeah, I was lucky there was no safety cars. I usually prefer the medium. I don't really like the hards. I don't have much pace on them. But yeah, so I like to enter race on medium, so I'm at most comfortable position at the end of the race. And if there's no safety cars or anything, it's just straightforward. Keep the car out of the wall and don't spin. So yeah, it was a pretty uneventful race, like you said, and I managed to pick up that P2 in the end. But I still feel a little bit sad because I punted the Irish in a turn two, I believe, a few laps before that, and yeah, I didn't mean to, of course, but I just misinterpreted it as breaking point, so I just punted him in the back, sadly. So yeah, I'm happy with P2, but still, uh,
That's very honest of you.
yeah, mixed
Unfortunately, we
feelings.
caught on stream as well, so I would have tried to go away with that and said said something else. But of course, do as I say, not as I do. Of course, that's shocking me everyone myself. But of course, towards the end, you seen the two Alpine drivers really fighting hammer and tongs. Then, was you thinking that you might be able to sneak a win in here if those two came together?
Yeah, of course, man. It's always hard racing um, here, so I was certainly not counting it out yet. And then I heard like the radio message, the car in front left, so I was thinking, oh, maybe I can get this first win finally. But yeah, in the end, it was just enough for Beast to make it over the line.
And of
I
course,
threw away a win in Miami, so so yeah, it will come. It will come, I'm sure.
it sounds like Miami still lives long in the memory then. But however, on the positive, I think you're second in the championship now. Of course, if I got my maths right, which is never was a surefire thing. But your consistency has been pretty impressive this season. There's only been two races where you've not scored, and you have finished every race as well. And if you are second in the championship, then Dynamo Dan having a bit of a bad day as well. Sure, that's going to increase your confidence going into Canada in a week's time.
Yeah, definitely. And but yeah, the season is long and still many races to go. So yeah, let's see what we can do in the next race.
Really well done today. Thank you very much to Beast. Thank you very much to you, Mad Bro, as well. Jenna, of course, Jenna also congratulations to him as well to getting on the podium as well. Very difficult day, wasn't it? Of course, for the championship leader today, Dynamo Dan only finished seventh today. New Potato, unfortunately, involved in a couple of skirmishes as well, which may have cost him a couple of points today. But however, he still got fourth, didn't he? And there, as you, Mad Bro, said, there is a long, long way to go in this World Championship. Anything can happen still. Tomorrow night, we actually have a preview of Canada, don't we? As the 100% League will be going across the pond, and it'll be very interesting to see if any of the drivers there could find out any of those magic golden tickets and to maybe get themselves a Grand Prix win in the bronze, silver, or gold next week. We'll see you in Montreal